I am so thrilled today to be speaking with Paula Kirby and Stephen Speliotis, both of whom I collaborated with on our current exhibition, Molding a Community, the Plaxall Family Legacy. You all don't know, but Paula and I went through so many artifacts, boxes, we went through the entire basement. I wanted to highlight for those who haven't seen the show, some of the pieces that we decided to include and, you know, some of the history there.
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, this is just sort of the tip of the iceberg of all of what we have in our archives.
It's a family business, so like many of your cousins were involved, or can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So Grandpa was definitely the entrepreneur. He went off to start his business in 1938. My grandmother got involved right away. She ended up being his accountant and dealt with all tax issues and so on. As my mom, aunt, and uncle got older, they became very involved in the business. My uncle most of all. He took over the plastics. He really worked here full time. I would say my mom and my aunt were a bit more part time, but they both added their skills and so on to the business. And my older brother Andrew worked here for about 20 years, I would say. And again, he was in charge of the business of the plastics. And then I came in about 11 years ago. And it was a really emotional and difficult decision ultimately to close this business, but now we can look back and say, like, this was a wonderful business, and there's a great legacy here, and this show is honoring that. So we're so pleased that Culture Lab and you in particular really wanted to focus on this and give it a space.
If there is one thing, just one, I know that's hard, that you hope that audiences who come and see the work can like take away with themselves, what would you want it to be?
When I look at the aluminum dies, I find them so beautiful. Going through that prototyping process and then creating the actual dies in our machine shop. A lot of thought and a lot of craftsmanship went into that. Nowadays, so many things can be 3D printed, or they can be, you know, made on a CNC machine, which is great. But you know, there's a lot of sort of computer work as opposed to actual handwork. But you know, our employees many of them were really craftsmen working on these products. So I think they're very beautiful.
Yeah, I hope that folks will come and they'll get a sense of both the craftsmanship and also, you know, someone remarked at the opening about how wonderful it is to get to see the personal inside of this. You know, that there's so
the
many,
legacy of our family, which is really,
and having your aunt and your mom at the open, I mean, it's just special. So
thank you. There are a lot of family businesses out there, and I think all of them have some really special stories behind the scenes. So I'm glad we're able to share that.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you to Paula for being here. We're going to bring Stephen Speliotis on next, so stick around. And we hope that you will come and see this exhibition before it closes, March 2nd. So look at your calendars now and come on out. We look forward to seeing you.